Professor Amy Fraher used to be a pilot in the Navy. Today, she prepares aircraft crews and other client groups for high-risk situations and teaches as a crisis management expert at Miramar College in San Diego. Some of her findings can also be applied to fund management.
I think that the work that I've been doing in high-risk fields, the research that I've been doing in high-risk fields, can be readily applied to businesses and the financial industry. I think that we're managing many similar stressors. That when something bad happens in a high-risk field, you have to manage the anxiety that's associated with it. You have to deal with the stress that's come upon. You have to worry about reputation management. How are people going to perceive me if I don't respond properly to this? There's a lot of peer pressure.
For Fraher, it is crucial to keep your own power of judgment in crisis situations. Checklists only help to a certain extent, as shown by the successful crash landing of Flight US Airways 1549 on the Hudson River. Fraher especially praised Chesley B. Sullenberger, who analyzed the situation and then took an unorthodox decision on his own responsibility.
The problem becomes with checklists is that people think it's the solution for everything. And so we're often trying to find the checklist to fit a situation that doesn't dictate a checklist. And so if we can already understand, just before we even go into a high-risk situation, that there may be things that are unexpected, that are unprecedented, that we'll have to deal with.
Such inconceivable events correspond to the black swans, described by former securities trader and financial mathematician Nassim Taleb. But how can such situations be handled in practice?
I think that you need to be preparing for an unprecedented issue, a black swan, all the time. I think that you need to be predicting them. Where could there be possible conflicts? Because it's those complicated, interrelated failures that really become the worst possibilities, and there isn't a checklist for that. So you really need to have the ability to think through the crisis as it's unfolding, analyzing the data as it's coming forward, and using the resources that are available to you to create a solution.
Fraher is convinced that risk situations can be assessed better within a team. Team members have to join efforts and think about the bigger picture. But above all, long-term experience is essential in order to apply the acquired knowledge in cases of crisis.
Again, to quote Captain Sullenberger, he said he'd been preparing for that landing on the Hudson River for 40 years. And it just happened to be that day that he had to, cash in those skills.
Despite the obvious differences between jet pilots and portfolio managers, there are a surprising number of parallels with risk management. Just as checklists are not sufficient in aviation, computer-calculated asset management models are not enough to control extreme situations. Human judgment remains indispensable, precisely because of black swans. People have to independently assess information within functioning team structures and draw the correct consequences for the portfolio. Professional risk management in the field of asset management also results from the successful interplay of man, team, and machine.